Hey, welcome to Five Lakes Garage, the home of random projects. We have lists, we have Jeeps, we have trucks, we have food. You name it, we got it. So help out the channel by just hitting that subscribe button. And if you like the video, go ahead and like it. And if you really like the video, like it and then tell a friend. But stay tuned, enjoy yourself. I'm gonna let you go because I got stuff to do. Hey, welcome back to Five Lakes Garage, and today we're actually going to tackle something that has been bugging me ever since I built this thing, because we're back on the 1980 CJ5. All right, one of the issues that I do have with it, and then I've been trying to figure out a way of actually getting it fixed. One of them was to actually replace the seats. Now that it's still on the list of things I really want to get done, but it's not that high on the priority list. So I figured, why not just go ahead and modify the ones we have to actually work with the situation that we have. Now, if you caught some of the other videos, I did actually cut into the back wheel well to actually push the seat back because I am a little bit taller than I was when I was in high school when I actually used to drive these things. That has helped out dramatically because it actually pushed the seat back like 3.5 inches. Which is great, give me plenty more leg room. The only problem though is when I actually built the cage, I put a bar right above your head. Now usually my head is right here and it doesn't really hurt that much. And actually the driver's side is actually lower than the passenger side. When I have a passenger in there, they do hit their head on top. So what we're actually going to do is actually take the bracketry that we already have, that's already there for the actual Jeep itself, and actually we're going to cut it down, re-weld it, and actually sink it down about 2 inches. That should give us a little bit more room up top and actually be a little more comfortable driving, I hope. So first order of business is actually get the seat out so that we can take the seat off the bracket, put the bracket back into the Jeep, and actually measure off and see how much we actually need to cut. Maybe I get to use my new plasma cutter again. Oh, I love that thing. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and get the seat out and see what we got, see what we're playing with, and then adapt and overcome as we go. Let's go. All right, finally got that thing out. A little bit of advice: make sure your seatbelt's not attached to it. And actually, this is a great opportunity to go in here and vacuum out your crap. Apparently, I like tie wraps. There's a lot of tie wraps in there. Anyway, clean all that out. Let's go get the seat over on the bench and get the seat off so we can see how much we need to cut off. Man, I'm out of shape. All right, so it's fully out here on the bench and trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to use these two rails. I'm going to use these two rails, but I'm going to cut off the rest of the stuff and I'm going to leave it over to the side as is. Now that is going to eliminate the tilt feature of this seat, which is fine. I've never used it. Even on the passenger side, I have not used it. And I got a big giant bar in the way, so it's not like they're going to come. They're just climbing through the side. So we're going to eliminate all that. Also, this one right here has the slide to be able to go forward and backwards with the seat. Just to simplify it, I'm getting rid of that as well. I'm going to put this over into the corner in case I ever do want to reuse it, or somebody else is looking for a factory style setup, and we kind of go from there. It's actually going to be pretty good to get rid of some of these levers because they do kind of get in the way. This one up here gets in the way of the 5-point harness stuff. Don't want it to chafe on there and actually rip the strap. This right here actually gets in the way of the machete that I keep on the driver's side at all times. Now looking at the rest of this thing, I got a couple hog nose that are kind of coming off, but it's not all in all too bad a shape. It could be better, but eventually we will get new seats and hopefully I can remake them out. So anyway, let's get the seat off the bracket and get the, basically just gonna take a grinder and grind off all of the spots there, pull it apart and kind of go from there. So let's go. All right, I have to say this is the first time I'm actually taking these seats apart. They were seen to be in okay shape when I first put them in. It is obvious that it has been played with before. We have mismatched bolts. We have tons of spacers. This thing has been re-drilled and drilled again. Yeah, it might be time for some new seats. But let's build some mounts for them first. And then we can adapt the mounts later when we actually get new seats. So this guy gets... I was thinking of like just putting some, here, hold on. All right, so I want to put like some angle iron here, bolt it to the seat. So, and then I have something to actually weld on with all the brackets and stuff like that. I still need to get the floor brackets off of that first. So let's do that and throw some sparks. All right, so here's our bracket. So it looks like we just grind that off. 1, 2, and then 3, and 4, and then I can use these two, bolt those down, and build the rest off of that. Glasses, need my glasses. All right, remember when I said I was going to try to save some of the bracketry for later? Maybe I could just stick it back on. Well, I started thinking about it. I have all this good material. Why not just use what I have to actually just modify with what I want to get to? So I did dismantle everything. Now these other slides, they're in pretty rough shape. They can just be oiled and then they should be okay. But I don't really care for them. Not gonna have them in there. Gonna get rid of them. This one too. So what that leaves me with is a bunch of good material to actually work with. Such as these brackets right here. They're kind of thin, but it's okay. They put a bevel in it to actually make them really strong. I can use these. So I got basically 2 of those. I have little small brackets, again, with a little bevel in there, makes them really strong. And then also a few little brackets on the edge. I don't know, I might be able to use them. Don't know. So basically what I had to do was actually take all these little nuts right here. I ground off the top, which you probably can just get a tool to undo it, or I don't know. I just ground it off. Then I just grabbed a punch and my friendly hammer and just punched them out. They were up there for quite a few years. It's in 1980, that's 42 years. It was hard to come out, but I overcame them and now they're out. So now I'm gonna take these 2 L brackets, which came off the other mount. They had the sliders right on top. We're going to mark where the seat is, put these onto the seat, and then put the seat back into the Jeep right where I want it, then start taking some measurements. Maybe I'll just cut these guys down, bend it over, weld, take it all out, burn it in all the way, and then reinstall it and see how happy I get. Anyway, I'm gonna get the seat and I'll be right back. All right, so I got my 2 L brackets up here. Actually, the previous owner, I think, are the ones that actually put the slides on there because the outer holes actually fit and they were still welded out, so they were actually able to work. So I just grabbed some hardware off the shelf, some grade 8s, and then yeah, let's get this in the Jeep. I'm ready to start welding. I want to cut with my plasma cutter. All right, it's a new day and it is cold today. It is actually in the 20s, but it's raining, sleeting. No snow, but plenty of ice. Actually, just getting into the shop was kind of interesting. So anyway, the seat is in. I've actually just kind of threw some brackets in there, threw some bolts in there, tightened them down really tight. So when I take it out, I should be able to put it on the bench, take the actual seat off because I don't want it to start on fire, weld it in, and then actually get it over there to be able to put it back in. Now, I grab a hold of my level, and I stuck it across the seat. And the main reason why I did it, I just wanted to make it, you know, kind of sort of level, you know, side to side. I kind of want to have it towards the back just a little bit so I actually sink into the seat. But if you get in the right angle, it is a couple of inches shorter. See if I can get you at the right angle. Alrighty. So if you can see across here, this is a lot lower than the passenger side. I'm gonna have to lower the passenger side as well. That should give me a couple of inches in order so I do not hit my head on the roll bar. a little bit more of a comfortable sitting position because I am a little bit tall, a little bit big for a CJ5. Earlier, probably should have got a 7, but hey, we're gonna use what we got, like always. So anyway, all right. So when I'm actually sitting in there before, I was actually looking through the windshield way up here. Kind of want to have a little bit better. So I'm gonna lower it down just a little bit. Might feel better. I don't know. If it doesn't, I'll redo it. It's just steel, right? Cut it, grind it, weld it, add some, take some away. Use your imagination. Anyway, let me get this guy out, put it on the bench, and get welding. Welcome to another brisk day here at 5 Lakes Garage. Yesterday was nasty. Didn't get a lot done, only because my hands were frozen. So anyway, I went ahead and welded these up and actually painted them just to make them look a little bit better. More than likely, the paint is not going to stick fully, only because it just got so dang on cold. But it should be fine for being underneath the Jeep. So anyway, I'm gonna go and figure out which side was which. Maybe I should have marked them. Oh. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and bolt these down and then get them in the Jeep. See what they look like, see what they feel, and that type of thing. But then I gotta do the passenger side. So let's get these guys bolted before my hands freeze. All right, so we have it on the seat. Both brackets kind of came in pretty well. And now I'm gonna go hide some of these awful welds because I ran out of gas halfway through. But yeah, I'm loaded with excuses. But some welds are pretty good, some welds doesn't look so great, but they are in there and then he shouldn't come off, especially since it's a seat. I'm still gonna have a seat belt holding me in, but I don't want the seat to go away. So anyway, if you do this, definitely use grade 8 bolts. It has a higher tensile strength than some of the grade 8 stuff, but use grade 8 when you can, or even higher. Stainless steel, why not? Anyway, let's get this in the Jeep. All right, the seat is in, it is locked, it is everything you want it to be. Oh yeah, much better. I'm not looking through the visor. Actually, I can look through the windshield. And look, I got room. A little bit more room than earlier. Now, it's definitely going to be something to get used to because my butt is actually lower than my knees. But it should be okay. And can't wait to actually take it out. It's a little bit wet right now, so I'll take it out later. But, yeah, she's down and in there. Now, I still got to do the passenger side and have it hopefully match the driver's side. But if you guys take the small jobs, go ahead and get them done, make them better. Now hopefully I do not get a concussion when I take this thing off road and I hit myself on the bar, because I did not design the upper bar in the right location. Should have actually put a bend in it or something like that, just so my head will go through it rather than hit the bar. But anyway, check all the other stuff out. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the passenger side, get this guy ready to go, because April's coming up and we got to get back on the trails. That's when they open. Now there's a bunch of other trails that are open, but I don't have a top, and I guess I'm getting soft in my old age because it's getting cold. Anyway, keep watching. Go ahead and subscribe and have a good time. Take care of the little stuff. I'm telling you, it makes you feel a whole lot better. I feel a whole lot better knowing that I can actually fit in this thing a little bit better. My knees are not in the dash. My head's not hitting the roof. And yeah. Anyway, take it easy, have fun. Catch you guys later.